first time I came across Arun Kumar's work was through his exhibition Feed. His work is deeply ingrained in the notions of production, consumption and hunger through his direct engagement with the farming history of his family. Trained as a sculptor and having worked in toy design, the artist brings in a playful aesthetics and a neo-pop sensibility through a combination of skillful sculpting and ready-made objects, using bright pop colors on materials such as toys, plastic, ceramics. Arun Kumar points out to the ecological imbalances and the consequences of interfering with nature and how the market feeds us through the media. The artist uses seeds, leaves and farming knowledge and uses them as signs to connect us with ideas of sustainable living.
Dealing with nature and environment. It is an important element in my work. My thoughts are going to deal with these very basic issues or basic things, like is the air that we breathe every second, is it clean? Or the water that we drink, is it that pure? Or the food that we are eating, is that pure enough? Materials are already known to the audience. Sometimes it's used or objects thrown away. Basically, the audience are already familiar with objects, but when they see it in an art object, they give a special attention to it, and then they start thinking, how was it in the artwork? There will be multiple elements in an artwork. That is, one is the material, other one is the form or the shape, and then the color, and if there are any other elements like sound, then start connecting that with the shape or the form and other things. So that's how you start building narratives in the artwork. I spent my childhood in Western Ghats in a small place, and it's a farm where my parents live there and do the farming thing. So I spent about 15-20 years there, living in the, very much connected to the land, forest and animals and things. At that time, it was very difficult to get any kind of toys. When carpenter used to come, I used to get to do something, or I used to ask him to do something. Basically these were the things I used to get to play with, clay and stone and wooden pieces and things. The Yakshagana goes on for overnight. That stretch from evening till morning with all these costumes and music and the singing, and it's out of the world. It was the fantasy world that you see, and I used to get so fascinated by this and initially I thought I would become one of those Yakshagana actors. I went to a local art school for 2 years and then to Baroda to do sculpture. You always keep going back to your childhood memories and keep comparing the two different set of things, like one is in a rural background, one is in a urban background. This becomes a very important, very urgent issue that you can't just bypass. Have to think about it. They are automatically coming into my works, like the land. Last show that was about 2 years back, it's called Tract, is about land and ourselves. So like one of my work was called Bhujanalai, or it's Earth Diner. In that work I had just started to grow a wheat on a dining table. Take a chance and test myself if I can grow wheat. So I prepared the ground on a table and saw the seeds and kept watching every day. Very beautiful that you watch it every day. Want to tell through this work is that it's easy for anyone to buy kilo of wheat. Is that much easy to grow a kilo of wheat? And then it is positioned on a dining table, so where people sit across, eat, talk. And it's very interesting, how people see it and then react. And then also I have put a small audio piece, so that song also surprises audience where it is coming from, as if the piece of land is coming alive, singing. The other work from the same series, it's called Diet of the Earth. It is made out of photographs on textile and ceramic dishes. So those plates are carved with chemical names maybe, and for a viewer it is a strange name, but I know those names, and then I have deliberately put those names on the ceramic plates. So people start thinking about these, what are these names? This work will explain you when we grow food, this has all been used, chemicals. Today in the farming practice, nothing is grown without these pesticides. If we eat something contaminated food, it can actually disturb our way of thinking. We may not be able to think properly. These potatoes that I have picked up, then made a body of work, just to show that potato is being a very important food for everybody. So, but anyways, I see it differently. I try to see ourselves in it. When I see it, I see forms that look like a face or deformed, look like a body and things like that. So it becomes a subject to talk. It can talk about deformity in the farming practice if we don't keep the health of the earth fit. I have been taking photographs wherever I go. It's like a diary, a sketch. I document things so that it is real. It helps me build works. It is a material that is very real. We see pigs in our urban areas. These pigs, where do they live? I ask people. It lives in the drainage and lives on trash. In this work, I have used polythene or shredded polythene bags. See it. And then color is pink. That is, I use pink to sometimes when I have to mark it. And then another element is that I have given the title Varaha. Varaha is also one of the incarnations of Vishnu. I believe all these incarnations are for saving earth. But I just art with some notions and then it can become an artwork later. This is just a process. If I am successful enough, it becomes an artwork, and otherwise it can be something else. This woodwork, the shape you see, it looks like a earth's kind of shape, and then it has got organic, that's waste wood. So I want to do this in reference to the Mother Earth. And the shape is very much like matka or a pot. Went for a residency in Japan, that's Arcus. So I had to build a body of works there and then do a show there. And there my project was to do inflatable works. And then it was just time to experiment with materials, different materials and different ways of doing art, because you build this work with air and textile. Just time to experiment with materials, different materials and different ways of doing art. The artwork has to say something. The artwork has to invite audience, and I try to do that through materials. The idea of this workshop was really good, and it is like an extension of my work, and also it's like feeding onto each other's, like my practice. I had asked the young artists to come up with 2 objects to start with. They could just choose 2 out of whatever that, hundreds of things that they see every day. Actually, when all of them came with 2 objects each, it was really surprising to see. As I said before, each object has a history and function and everything, and familiarity and importance. Some are from the nature, some are from industrial background and things. Today, the young generation is so brilliant with so much of information, and it was great while talking to them, just guiding them to shape up their ideas, and lot of surprises, like smashing glass bottle, and then they wanted to show it as their art piece. So the idea was coming together in that shape.
I thought of metal because metal looks very nice. I mean, it shines, so it has a nice texture to it. And so from that, I got scrap metal. Like, I got circles of different sizes and strips of metal. I'm using this material to make a skyline. So I'm making the buildings and some lights with these. And I plan to showcase it with a shadow. So if I shine light on my work, the shadow will come on a wall, and that's what I want to showcase. I want to convey that, firstly, urbanization, because nowadays, when we look out of the window, we see buildings and lights. I want to show it in a shadow because it gives a nice effect, so that's my idea.
It is turning out to be a interesting work, and so that will be the reflection, and people coming from urban background, they get to see only skylines.
When I first looked at the light frame, I thought it looked like a backbone because of these little ridges or whatever they are. So I just wanted to build something around that. Basically, my idea started was just to show people's problems and how they get through them, and how they have to build character and they have to build strength to actually get through their problems. And I thought that the backbone showed a sign of great, sort of courage. Final outcome is a bunch of these small people made out of wire climbing up the backbone and trying to reach there, just so that they can build their character to face their issues. I think we live a consumer's life, and I think Arun has really realized that, and he's tried to portray that through his artwork, and just to reuse materials in a really interesting way and letting the materials speak for themselves.